Pontiac?
Yeah, I have. I'm spending between $450 and $550 a month in fuel. Want to know something kind of funny?
Hmm.
Maybe I could fucking. That's a car payment. I could have a brand new car with
Like a
that type of money.
2020. You wouldn't even be paying 500. I think my mom's is like 400 something. Or even less. Hers might be less than that. And she's got a 2018 or something like that. That's a lot of money in gas. Because isn't regular gas right now like 390 or something like that?
No, it's 420 or 430.
I didn't think it was over $4 anymore.
Yeah, it went up.
Well, I
I'm
got
stressing out.
gas
I am
before it was $4.
so screwed.
In school wise,
Just everything wise.
you got
I know,
this.
man. I know this shit. This shit one day it's gonna pay off. I know it. I just gotta keep up with it. But it's one of those things, man, where it's like I don't know if I can do it.
Because you're just too exhausted all the
Mentally,
time.
just mentally, I'm slipping. I'm gaining weight. I need to start working out, but I don't have anybody to work out with, and I'm not gonna do it alone.
Are you still
So
doing your
I
one
gotta.
diet stuff or no? Your like chicken
No,
meals?
no, that's too fucking expensive. I can't afford it.
You've got the money for it now.
Groceries. I'm not sure if you've bought groceries lately, but food is expensive.
I went grocery shopping yesterday.
Chicken and I can get rice for cheap.
Well, that's because you're buying fresh chicken. You're not buying frozen. A frozen bag of Meyer chicken, you can get 5 pounds for I think it's like $12. And that's like 7 or more chicken breasts. That's not bad.
No, it's not.
You're probably spending what, like 8 on like 3 fresh chicken breasts? Or maybe 10?
Realistically, though, when do I have the time to meal prep?
Before you go to bed.
At 10:30 at night?
Yeah, I cook all the time late at night.
Yeah, but I got shit going on in the morning. I gotta wake up and, waste my life.
What do you mean waste? You ain't wasting it.
Yeah, I am.
You're working, making money.
What's the difference?
Now you're sounding like how I think. You need to
Well,
stop that.
you already know my opinion.
Of what? Which part?
I've we've gone over my opinion. Just you know what I think about it, unless you forgot. But
I mean, I don't remember specifics of, like, I don't know what you're contexting about that.
like I 100% agree with you in the fact that I 100% agree with you in the fact that I need to that that working is retarded and it's a waste of time. But I also understand that in order for me to get what I want in the future,
Mm-hmm.
it's the obstacle I have to pass. So it's just one of those things where, you know, yeah, I just gotta do it. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, well, you also care, like, you want to have a family and everything like that, and be able to support and all that type of stuff. And at this
Yeah.
point, I'm not too sure if I really want a family anytime soon.
No, I know you will at some point.
At some point, I'm sure, but not anywhere in the near future.
And do you know what you want?
To be able to enjoy my life, which is why I'm trying to get this YouTube streaming thing picked up and going. And it's honestly going 10 times better than I would have ever thought it was. Or would have.
Well, just do whatever makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can do.
I just need to figure out how to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Because everything has just been exponential at this point. The amount of views I got all last week making videos and streaming, I got in a day and a half between yesterday and today.
That's good.
I think the analytics said I've gotten almost 60 views in the past 48 hours. And my watch time has gone from like an average of 5 minutes to an average of an hour through my VODs.
Mint.
I just want it to work out so bad. And if that's what I gotta do to be able to have some form of freedom and be able to, I don't know, travel and do what I want to be able to do, then this is the grind that I gotta do, even if it's not gonna pay off for a while. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just have to stay consistent, figure out editing, and keep videos pumping out.
And I know you were talking like serious stuff, but something I realized doing, like recording all this by myself, is I am oddly good at talking to myself. Just in the quiet.
Don't take this the wrong way, buddy, but I know.
Because I can just sit here and commentate like there's people talking. And I feel like I sound nuts, and I'm so glad that nobody around hears, because I just feel like they'd look at me and be like, who the hell is he talking to? Why is he talking so much? I feel
So you're talking
nuts.
to me.
Yeah, but I'm actually responding to you, instead of it just being me responding to myself, and stuff like that.
Well, do you want to play something before I go to bed?
Yes. You kidding me?
What you want to play?
I mean, right now I'm in a match at Dead by Daylight, but I'll hop off to play something else.
Let's say we could play something kind of spooky, but I don't know how I feel about that.
What, Faz?
Yeah. That shit's scary, man.
Mm-hmm. We can if you want to. I'd stream some Faz. Shit myself sitting in my chair.
Problem is my parents are trying to sleep above me.
That is true. Just be screeching in your bedroom downstairs.
I know for a fact I ain't gonna be able to stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing 5M during class. Shit you not, I got so fed up with programming. It hurt my head so much that I'm like, screw it, I'm done, I'm not doing it anymore. And I started playing 5M. I started making concrete. I made like, shit, how much I made? I made like 2,000 concrete mixes, something like that.
Jeez.
I have enough. I have all the materials to make all my concrete mix. I've just been turning all my sand and sawdust in the concrete mix, and I have all my water. So I have $800 million just sitting there looking at me. I just got to do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
Want
is
to buy
Faz
that?
though what you want to play? Or are you still not? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
You just don't want to regret
Faz-
it.
Faz is like. Either way, I'm so fucking exhausted right now that I can promise you, no matter what I play, I would fall instantly right asleep.
Like
It's
once you go
just-
into bed. or just while playing it?
Once I went to bed. So that's my biggest problem. I'm a chicken shit with that stuff. I get thinking about stuff. And it doesn't help that it doesn't help the fact that I already told you about that. It doesn't help that I seriously thought that I was being tormented by a demon. Like,
I don't remember you talking about that.
Oh, you don't remember that?
No, I don't think you've ever mentioned being
I never-
tormented by a demon. I would
Okay,
remember that. That would stick in my head.
It sounds ridiculous, but there was a good couple months in the past where oh, it was bad. Like every night I had a dream that I was being either tortured or like I was being torn apart or something along the lines of that. Like my family was trying to get me, like kill me, or just these horrible things that I had no idea what was going on or why I was thinking of like this type of shit. I came to the conclusion that I don't know what's going on, but the only thing that's logically can go through my head right now is I think something is fucking with me. Like I actually thought that I was being tormented by a demon. Like I shit you not. It sounds insane. I realize it sounds insane. But
I remember you talking about having bad nightmares a bunch, but I don't remember the demon part of it.
No, it was bad. It got to the point where I would hear shit move. Like my mind was, I don't know if it was my head or what, but something was playing games with me. And it was so bad to the point where I would wake up mumbling stuff because in my dreams I was screaming like Bible verses.
Really?
Like it was bad. Yeah. It was I couldn't. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I couldn't, for the longest time I couldn't sleep. Where was I? I couldn't sleep alone. And then it wasn't even for the fact that I was afraid, because for 2 or 3 weeks I was alone. I did sleep alone. I slept with I slept in my in my room with all the lights off and shit, but I didn't sleep. I kind of stayed up. I had my eyes closed and I tried to sleep, but the whole time I felt like I was being watched. You know that like that cold feeling that you feel like somebody is looking at you and you don't know where it is, but you know for a fact it's happening. I had that feeling for
sort of feeling.
I had that feeling for 3 weeks, Gibby. Like I thought I was going insane. I thought I was like mental. And then I brought Penny into my room, so she started sleeping with me in my room. That's why she sleeps with me now. And it wasn't even for the reason of having something with me. It was for the sole purpose of, if something is in my room, she might sense it too.
No, well, that's a thing. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. I know because she did, dude. She would randomly start growling at night.
Really?
Yeah. It was bad. I was being fucked with. I shit you not, I was being fucked with. It got to the point where I couldn't sleep. And I was repeating, I'm Catholic, okay? And I'm not super religious, but like, that shit right there is the reason I pray every night. And I'm happy I'm serious. I
know
pray
you
every
are.
night, and I'm happy that I am baptized. Like, I don't know if it was like something I was mentally going through that made me think that shit, or if something was actually fucking with me. But
well, when Penny would growl at night, would she be staring at something, like a corner
Yeah.
in your room?
Yeah.
Was it the same corner every time?
No, it would jump around.
That is strange. Like I
Yeah.
thought you were bringing up the dog thing, like just because you wanted her down there, but the fact that you wanted her down there just didn't taste to see something that she did.
Yeah, no, I didn't even, I don't like her in my room too much to begin with. One sec, Nikki's calling. Hello, baby. What you doing? What do you mean I haven't texted you back? Okay, I'm sorry. What did you text me? I'm sorry. What did you text me? Okay. Why are you hanging up? Because why? Okay. Not for much longer, I don't think. I'll play one round of something with Gibby and then I'm gonna head off. Yeah, no, I just... Yeah, I was in a pretty mad... I wasn't even in a bad mental state. I felt like I was doing good and happy and shit.
Wait, is your phone call over?
Yeah,
Okay. I wasn't sure if you're
yeah,
talking to Nikki like that out of nowhere.
no.
So you just think it was something screwing with you?
Yeah. Well, just the fact of how long it happened for.
I'm just trying to like thinking through it. It's like why if something like spiritual wanted to torment you, why would it all of a sudden stop?
I don't know.
Like that part of it just doesn't really make sense to me.
I think it's because I'm too mentally strong, maybe. Because it tried for so long, and I never gave in.
I mean, you said you
I
couldn't really
never,
sleep.
well, yeah, but I never, I never became weak because of it. I always kept praying. I always, I always like kind of, it sounds retarded, but I always like stood my ground.
Mm-hmm.
I was mentally, I think I was mentally going through something,
It's possible.
which I don't really understand what it could have been.
It could have to do with like the same principle as you know how you can have the thought of, oh my goodness, there's a spider in my bed and it's crawling on my leg, and then you feel like something inching up your leg, like multiple little pitter patters,
It could be,
because your mind is the coolest freaking thing ever. I could talk about anybody's brain forever. It's the mind is so cool. If you think something hard enough into existence, you will think it's happening. And that's just the power of your brain.
well, I was trying to explain that to one of my other. Are you streaming right now?
Uh, yeah, do you want me to stop?
No, no, you're good. I was trying to explain that to one of my buddies. I believe in, I believe in, it sounds, once again, you know, I'm going fucking crazy, but I believe in,
Kidding me? I agree with half your quote unquote crazy
manifest,
things.
manifestation. I think that shit's a thing.
And what do you mean by that?
Um, uh, holding your goals on a pedestal and, um, you know, treat, what's the word? Strategically, like,
Strategic?
yeah, there you go. Strategically, um, planning out and mentally, like, like punching a hole into your brain of this is what I want and this is how I'm gonna get it. This is what I want and this is how I'm gonna get it. This is what I want and this is how I'm gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying manifestation in the terms of like similarly determination.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And what were you talking about someone about that for?
Because they they were not doing, or mentally they were fucked up, or they still are fucked up.
Are
And I
you
was trying
leaving
to
this
explain to
person's
them
name out on
like,
purpose because of the stream?
yeah, they were just they were coming to me saying that they wanted help with something. I basically just told them when I was at my lowest, I just I thought about what I wanted and how I would get it. And it sounds stupid, but this shit worked for me, and it worked really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how, like, my mindset for the YouTube.
Hmm.
Like, my goal, I want to be able to live my life and be able to travel and be able to see the world. And I enjoy, like, entertaining and stuff like that. Even though I am more introverted, I still enjoy it. I
Hmm.
enjoy being an idiot and a clown.
Hmm.
But, so at this point, like, I feel like that's the reason that I've been getting out of bed earlier. Because I want to make this happen. And seeing the
Yeah, well,
results and seeing it exponentially get bigger, I know it can happen as long as I keep on track and stay determined on it.
I've explained that to you before, buddy.
I know, but I'm an
How
idiot.
you have to be determined. You have to want something in order for you to work towards a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like my driving factor, I want a family. I want a family worse than you would ever imagine. I want to wake up one day, have a beautiful house, have a family, have, fun toys, and be happy with the job I'm doing, and be like comfortably live.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do. I know for a fact, I know what I want, and I know how I'm gonna get it. I just gotta put in the work. That's where I'm at. I have to put myself through the stress. I have to do what I have to do so one day I can have that outcome that I want.
Mm-hmm.
And this sounds so horrible, and I hate saying it, but I'm every goal I have and every goal I've ever made in my entire life, I've made it with myself in mind. I don't expect, and I'll never ever plan a goal with anybody else in mind. Not even Nikki. And it sounds horrible, and I've explained it to her. But all of my goals, my future is based off myself, because God forbid something happens, my goals don't change. I still have something to work towards and work for.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense,
That's
and, like, uh, I guess what you're trying to say is you hate the thought of being selfish, but it's the way that you look at it and then you know you're going to get to your goal, which makes
it's
complete sense because selfishness is necessary 100% to get any, like, to get somewhere. If you're just depending on everybody else, you get stuck while everybody else is moving.
Yep.
So the
Yeah.
selfishness
I
part is necessary, even though I know what you mean by it. It sounds bad and you hate saying it.
I don't wanna look at it as, you know, I don't want to look at it as we're not, a thing, but I'm also saying that it's very, very, very important that I keep my goals in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have, well, that's what it comes down to. I need to have something to work for, because I was at a point in time I didn't have something to work for, and that was the worst, literally probably the worst of my entire life. I was I seen my future. I seen my future in, with my own eyes, as my coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of work every day and I went to my buddy's house and I drank and I texted random people about stupid shit. And I did that every day for a very long time. And then I woke up one day and said, I'm very unhappy with who I am. And I started manifesting and really thinking about what I wanted and how I would get there because I didn't know what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to figure that out. But
Don't
I
worry,
did
but
know
same.
I did know what I didn't want. I did not want to be like those guys I was working with.
Mm-hmm.
They're really nice guys. Don't get me wrong. They're really cool guys. You know, they deserve the world. But at the end of the day, they're bums. And I'm not a bum. I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna turn out like that. I'm not gonna do it. I need to become something.
Mm-hmm.
I had the opportunity of being born in America, a white male from a not wealthy, but you know, a upper middle class family
Mm-hmm.
that has all the opportunities in the world. I'm gonna do whatever I can to give back, and I need to help myself first before I can help others.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something I've been thinking about a lot. Have I talked to you about that?
I mean, you might have touched on it, but I don't think we've ever had like a long conversation.
I keep thinking about that all the time. I think about the elites of the world and how much power they have and what they do with it. And they don't do anything. They
Mm-hmm.
don't do anything with it at all.
At least anything useful and helpful.
All of their power is is a joke. The elites of the world do nothing but sit around. And I want to become something so I can do something better than myself. I don't want to just sit around like those people.
Mm-hmm. You
It's
mean like
easy.
sitting around like at a desk job, or like what do you mean by sit around?
Elites. Elites. Do you know what I mean by elites?
Like the billionaires in the world?
The people that run the world, the people that call the shots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you think or who you are. At the end of the day, the world is run by the elites.
Mm-hmm.
I know I sound like a crazy person,
Like
but
conspiracist?
yeah, but I don't think it's a conspiracy. I
Yeah,
think it's a
no,
fact
it
that
is true.
the world is run by money.
Oh,
And
well,
you
that's a
hold the money,
fact.
and the elites hold the money.
That's why the whole presidential election is so janked up. Because it doesn't matter what kind of plans you have, what kind of intent you are. It's who has the better campaigning fund, who's got more money. That person is most likely going to become the next president.
I know.
And that's how Biden got into the presidency. Because all the hissies are like, yay, he's doing things for us. Old man Sleepy Joe, he's going to help us out.
And he's done jack shit. Because he had money.
I don't know nothing about politics.
It's all ran
Politics.
off money.
Politics is one of those things where I don't have the care or want or need to learn because in my eyes, I'm I'm a I'm an ant. I'm a self-aware ant, and you know, the elites are the people with the water hoses that are just shooting the water at the ants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a self-aware ant that knows shit's wrong and it's not the way it's supposed to be, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be able to change it. So
Mm-hmm.
all I can do is my best and work my hardest, and instead of, you know, just being another ant and trying to trying to understand stuff that I'll never be able to understand, and knowing that type of information is not going to help me in any way anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just I'll just do my own thing.
That's why I hate watching the news. And anytime my mom asks me a question about it or like what I think about what's happening, I'll just like the shit that's happening in Ukraine, for example. When that started happening, my mom started asking me like, "Oh, like what do you think about this?" I'm like, "I don't know. What the hell am I gonna do? Feel sorry for him?
Hmm.
What am I gonna do? March over there and stop Russia? No. It's gonna happen whether I have an opinion on it or not. So why not me just not worry about it, not make it a problem with my life, because there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it."
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah.
I feel like I sound super shallow half the time, because I've even like back in high school, like shit's happening across the world. Oh man, there's a school shooting and stuff like that. It's like, sure, it's awful that it happened, but what am I going to do? Feel sorry for all the people who died? No, that shit happened and it's in the past and there's nothing going to change it from it having happened. So there's no
It's
point of
just
feeling grief about any of it.
it's good to be self-aware about all that stuff, but realistically, there's nothing we can do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna try to start a movement. I'm not gonna, you know, at the end of the day, all that shit just turns corrupt anyways.
Yeah, don't you dare become a damn Karen.
Well, not even that, just those movements of we're a movement, we're helping this minority group, or we're helping this cause. No, you're not, because at the end of the day, they take the money they get from that shit and they waste it on the most retarded stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, plus half that shit isn't even necessary. It's just people who are ill-informed on the rights that they already have because they're too sensitive and want to have an ego towards it. And they want to feel important, so they're like, I'm an activist for women's rights. And it's like, okay, what rights do women not have?
Yep.
And they'd be like,
Because they have everything.
just like men. The world is fair and equal. It's just that people care too much about the individual's feelings and what they're perceived as.
Well, that's the biggest problem. And that's the biggest problem with the world. And I don't know what happened and why it's like that. But I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but facts do not care about your feelings. It's just the truth. I don't know why people don't like that saying, but it's just the truth. Facts don't give a shit about your feelings, and that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody might be feeling that, like something like that some way, but take a look at yourself. Figure out why you're feeling that way. Ask yourself if there is seriously something you can do about it. And if you think that you can make a change, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Do what makes you happy. I couldn't care less. Do whatever makes you happy. You do you. I'm gonna do myself. And
Sorry.
that's the end of that. I don't I don't give a shit. But it's just I don't care. And that's literally my point that I'm trying to make across. My entire life, my whole if anybody asks me what my political views are or what I stand for or anything about anything, my life view and my answer to everything is you do you, I'm gonna do me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit what you do as long as you're not hurting yourself or other people.
Or me.
Well, yeah, yourself or other people. That's that's basically what it comes down to. That's literally my point of view.
Mm-hmm. And I 100% agree, because that is my point of view as well.
I've had people come up to me that are like gay and stuff, and they've been worried about my point of view. I don't understand why you would worry about my point of view. You do you, and I'll do me.
What
I
do you mean
couldn't
by
give a shit
worried
less.
about your point of view? Like, what do you mean by that?
They'll worried. They're worried that I'll change what I think about them. You really think I give a shit? It's just one of those things where it's just people. Actually, it makes me think they're retarded for the fact that they think I would care about something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you mean if you met somebody and then they told you, like, say that they're gay or trans or something like that?
No, it's happened before.
But you mean by
With
them
just
revealing that type of stuff that it would change your opinion about them? Is that what you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
It's like people are people.
Just
And people are gonna like different things no matter what we all like.
I don't know if it's like a stereotype or what, because I don't know what the word is. You might have a word for it. what's the word?
Try to describe it instead of thinking of a specific word.
Brutally honest. Don't really give a shit. And I'm open for people to see my opinion.
A level-headed person. Someone
I
who's
guess.
smart, understands what is right and wrong, understands that people are gonna be different and there's nothing we can do about it. So you just gotta
Well,
be
even
like, you're a person, whatever.
well, even that, right and wrong. I don't know what right and wrong is.
Well, it's an
God
objective
is my
opinion.
only. Yeah, it's objective opinion. God's in my eyes. God's the only judge. He's the only person that knows what's right and wrong. So as far as that, I don't fucking know what's right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
But to
I have
you, if you
morals.
would know
I
what you
have
would hate doing to somebody.
I have morals. I have morals, and I personally know what I'm okay with doing and what I'm not okay with doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where, you know, and me saying that, it could be interpreted. What's the word?
Interpreted. You kind of
Yeah,
said it right the first time.
interpreted,
Your brain
interpreted,
just died.
interpreted in different ways. That's not saying that, I'm not okay with mass genocide.
Well, if we're gonna be completely honest, it's necessary to keep the world alive and stable. Think about it. Something that
Charles.
okay, well, not necessarily like that. Just people in general. Like people, like the whole green movement and all that type of shit. It's like it really won't matter as long as humans are reproducing and consuming more land. The human race is gonna die off eventually, whether we like it or not. So, a pretty large genocide knocking out, like, say, half the population, say a Thanos situation happens, that'd be good for the world.
Everything comes to an end.
Mm-hmm. Which is exactly why I want to enjoy my life. That is my only goal, is I want to enjoy my life and be happy. I don't care what I need to do to get there, how long it takes. I just want to, at the end of the day, my last dying breath, be able to say, I enjoyed my life. I had a good time.
I want to enjoy my life as well.
Which is why when we have money and are rich, we need to travel.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I can do both.
You'll get to a point eventually.
It's just the means of whether or not you're okay with it taking a long time, and how long you want it to take before it happens.
Yeah. All right, buddy. I gotta go to bed.
Dang it! I was just about to say, having these types of conversations late at night is one of my favorite things. It's just relaxing and genuine conversations about shit in the world. I don't know.
Well,
I enjoy it.
I don't know. You're the only person I can have these type of conversations with. Nobody else is. What's the word? Nobody else is capable of having a functional and productive conversation with me, I guess. If that makes sense. Because I love my friends, don't get me wrong, but I can't talk to them. We're always just bullshitting or doing something stupid.
You mean you can't have a genuine conversation with any of them? It's got to be like a joke.
Yeah. Plus, I don't even know if I would trust to have a genuine conversation with them. They're too close-minded. They're not self-aware. They don't really understand, different opinions. It's one of those things where that's a personal thing I want to work on, is trying to understand why people think the way they do. I want to
Oh,
become a social engineer eventually.
dude, I could talk about that type of shit for hours.
I know. I really think it'd be cool to be a social engineer because
You mean like a psychologist, right?
not not necessarily a psychologist. Um, it sounds horrible, but I don't really give a shit about why they feel the way they do or how they think. I just want to know how they think and how to manipulate that information and make them feel more comfortable, if that makes sense.
Sounds like a psychologist.
I
In
don't
a
I don't
nutshell.
really I don't really care about how they feel. I more care about how I can change my personality to to like evolve around, like temporarily evolve around to cater to somebody else's personality.
So
So
you
I
mean
can
what I do when
very
I meet new
so
people?
so I can very quickly um like attach on and figure out what that person is, try to figure out their intentions and
Like you
basically
want to
figure
become
out
more empathetic.
no, this is gonna sound absolutely horrible. Like abs just horrible. And yes, I do want to become more empathetic. That is another goal I want to work towards because I'm not emotionless, but I don't, like I said, I don't cater to people and I don't really care about people's feelings. If it's something that I don't think is a good reason, if I think people are just feeling bad for themselves, that's a whole nother topic that, that's something I want to work on being more empathetic towards people because it's a horrible trait I have, but going back on the topic, I'm not really worried about being empathetic. I'm worried about um, figuring out intentions and trying to understand how people work. That way I can figure out if that person is of value to myself to an extent.
I know what you
Does that
mean.
make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to surround myself around people that are toxic. I want I want I want to be able to temporarily um, manipulate somebody so I can truly understand who they are. And then based on that information, I can decide whether or not this is somebody that would be awesome to hang out with and that I can actually spend more time with, or somebody I should just avoid, in general, because it would be a toxic friendship, and I just don't feel like I, I don't want that. I want something that's, you know, lightweight, relaxing, just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that's cool to be around that I can connect with. I don't really give a shit about, you know, I don't want to, you know, I don't, what's the word? I don't, you can learn a lot by manipulating somebody because you Gibby, you know my true personality. You know exactly who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But new people I meet, I'm starting to kind of change that. Like at work, um, well, you know me. I I have a very low tolerance for ignorant people and cocky people.
Mm-hmm. And bullshit.
There's there's a guy at work where he's all of those things. He speaks a lot of shit. He's very cocky, and he's just all around a piece of shit. I don't like him at all.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I'm around him, I ask him about I ask him about the I ask him about shit that's interesting to him. I act like I'm very engaged in the conversation. Realistically, I want to beat the shit out of him because I hate everything he says. He's so freaking annoying.
I had a
But with
person
that
like that at
with
Toyo.
with that connection I've made, I now have access to potential, what's the word, or I guess I'm saying I made my life easier on myself by by kind of figuring out who that person was and mentally like manipulating. I was able to get out a lot of information, and he's I've had him do a couple of tasks for me that I didn't want to do. Like for example, I was in the engineer's office. I called him up and I asked him if he could run over to the CMM room and ask somebody a couple questions,
Mm-hmm.
simply because I was lazy and I didn't want to do it. And he did it for me instantly, and he called me right back.
Mhm.
So sucking up and kind of dealing with the bullshit, I was able to manipulate somebody into getting them to do me shit.
Well, back when I worked at Toyo, one of the people that bring around all of the shit, I forget what their name is, what the title is, but the stalker, pretty much, whatever the actual word is, that he was an asshole and had like very like sexist views and everything like that. And I know exactly what you mean about, all right, bring up something they like and just talk to them and get an idea for what they're doing and how they think through things. And something like you've probably heard the term or the phrase before, but you never truly know somebody until you see them when they're mad.
Yep.
That is when the deep down like intentions and personality traits come out of a person, is when they're mad. And that really is, besides like long like genuine conversations, that is the best way to learn somebody. I'm not saying like piss somebody off and then you'll figure out what they're like, but people show their
Yeah, and
true
that's
colors and what they truly mean when they're mad.
yeah, and that's something I need to work on too, because um I don't get pissed off a lot, but I'm very
Snappy.
not really snappy, just I don't tolerate shit, I guess. And I don't really get mad. I just don't deal with it. If something's happening that I don't like, I just let it go and I don't deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And me not caring tends to piss some people off. So, um, it's one of those things I want to work on, because if I want to be good at, social manipulation, I need to be able to mask my own feelings and mask what I'm feeling in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, if I want to become really good at this, I need to do that. And then, I'm not doing this for nothing. This information I can use, I can actually implement it into my day-to-day work. Because I'm not sure how much you know about what I want to do, but my end goal is I want to eventually contract myself out. I don't really want to work for somebody.
I
I
thought you
want
wanted to
to
go into real estate.
well, yeah, that's like the final. But, in order for me to make money, make a lot of money to do that real estate, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
contract my work out. I want to do consulting. I want to do audits. I want to do like customer compliance work, that type of stuff, where, you know, threat response, data, data penetration, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, fuck, dude, I'm introverted. I don't like talking to people at all. So almost everybody I have to talk to anyways, it's already me throwing an act on. I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten so good. I've gotten so good at acting like I'm comfortable that it's just become reality.
Gosh, the more you're talking, the more I start thinking about me and the shit that I do. I feel like I do that to people. I feel like I
Yeah.
put on a face. Oh, I hope it just doesn't come off wrong.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. My brain's in a like.
I look like a bowl of spaghetti noodles right now inside my head.
You know exactly what
like
I mean.
well, it's like with my like close family and like people like you. that people like just and like Nikki, people that I completely trust.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where I can say all this shit because you guys truly know my personality.
Mm-hmm.
Where other people that I'm not necessarily close to, I can pull this shit off. I can actually fake a personality, and it sounds horrible. It sounds absolutely horrible. But at the end of the day, I'm not hurting them. I'm practicing social manipulation to help myself, and it's it's kind of a win-win for everybody. It's not even social manipulation at that point. It's just practicing social skills to get better, but I'm using it as a way in so I can potentially, exploit it to figure out whether or not this person is worth it or not worth it.
Mm-hmm. You have to become a person to be able to truly understand them. And
Yeah.
I'm taking that as like what
Everything you've been saying, that's why you want to be able to figure out people easier, like you were saying, so you could decide whether or not someone's going to be an asshole, someone you end up hating, or someone you're going to end up actually enjoying, like spending time with and interacting with. Like needing to, like figuring out, like start of a conversation, what they enjoy, then talking about what they enjoy, and acting like you know what they're talking about with mm-hms and stuff like that.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Just keep leading them.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a difference from, I don't know. It's just different personality people, I guess.
Well, some people just could care less what a person thinks about them, and like could care less what type of person they are. They just want that interaction. So a lot of people, like you were saying, just don't really care to learn others and care about what their true intentions and their like deep dark secrets, like stuff like that. Most people just don't care and aren't interested in it. But
See,
I like
I
to see
kinda,
it as like valued information, like stuff that like I've been told to, because I'm a vault and can also understand and help like anybody talking to anybody, like help them figure situations out better by knowing how they react and what kind of things they do.
yeah. Yep.
plus it's fun.
Yeah.
Once you get good at
I
it, I feel like you'll enjoy it.
I got the best. I got the best of both worlds with that, pretty much. Because I'm to the point now where it is, it's not kind of bad, but it's very relaxing because I don't really give a shit what people think about me at all. Like, you know, being being 350 pounds and middle school, that does shit to people. That that that'll do s- that'll fuck anybody up.
Mm-hmm.
So learning that and having that mindset, and I've been called and I've heard and I've seen everything. It's so like shit that happens to me now, it's like nothing. Mentally, nobody can mess with me. The only thing that mentally hurts me is people that I actually care about, having an issue. That's the only thing that'll ever mentally hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody in this world that no random person can say something to me that'll bother me because I've heard every single thing in the world. And I'm not convinced anybody can really physically hurt me either. So
Oh no,
I'm
because you're
not
a tank. You
I'm not
kidding?
very I'm not very concerned about that type of stuff. So that's why I'm very like, I'm more focused on how to manipulate people into, myself being what they want.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can figure out people's true intentions.
I enjoyed.
Not, I don't want to use this word as in a bad way, but tearing like people down, not in a sense of like making them feel bad, but a sense of taking their personality and pulling it apart into pieces. Like remember that 16 personality whatever quiz I asked you to take?
Yeah, yep.
like when I looked at all that type of stuff, it kind of just everything made sense. Like learning from a variety of people. I think I still do, but I have a note on my phone where I wrote down like all the personalities of everyone I found out about, and they're all true. Like people hate the stereotyping and everything that with personality types, but like looking into all that type of stuff and learning about it, sure it's not gonna like put everybody in these individual boxes, but it just sets the base tone for what their personality is gonna be like. And it just helps out so much picking, like learning that type of stuff, to be able to, like you're saying, pick out like the bad apples from the bunch. So like if you ended up looking into that type of stuff, I feel like that would help out what you're trying to do and actually read into it and all of that. Plus it's fun, and like I don't remember exactly when I had you take it, but it kind of just helps. Like you think about yourself and how you act and what it says about you, and you realize, like reading it into it, it's just accurate. And a lot of it is true. The more deep down you think about everything, it's just accurate. Like these personality tests and shit online aren't just there as a gimmick to be like, ooh, take this thing, it's fun, and then you can compare it with your friends. It's true,
Yeah.
and it's accurate, and it's based off of real life psychology.
Yep. Yeah, going back on that stuff, it's like I'm not gonna say I've had multiple personalities, because I've always had the same personality, but it's like for example, this weekend there's supposed to be a party I'm supposed to go to, and I'm kind of nervous about it because I'm not the same person that I was this time last year, or this time I was 2 years ago. You know, these people that I used to think of as friends, they I don't they don't know me. They don't know who I am. When I was younger, I was clear-minded. I thought about what I wanted and how I'd get it. And I had nobody but myself, so I kind of just I did my own thing. I spent a lot of time planning, thinking about what I wanted and how I wanted to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I graduated, kind of that year, I became a different person. I was very social. I didn't feel for anybody. I didn't really have feelings. I didn't give a shit what happened to anybody. Um, and I spent a lot of time um, doing what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and you know, with whoever I wanted to do it with. And I didn't really give a shit. But now, I've changed. I feel like I'm the best of both worlds. I'm back to that very clear-minded mindset where I understand what's important to me because I've had time to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also to the point where I'm I'm working on being empathetic, and I still have that mindset of I don't really care what you think about me. Nothing really bothers me. So I feel like, the different, actions and things that I've gone through leading up to the point, I'm slowly becoming mentally the best person I could be. Physically, there's a lot of things I need to do, and I
Mm-hmm.
have a list of stuff I want to get done. But mentally, I'm slowly working towards the person I want to be.
I'm
It's
curious
taken
to
me,
see if
it's,
your
it's taken me
personality
a
type
long
would
time.
change according to that website. I wonder if it is different.
I don't know, maybe, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I don't know if you knew me before I was social.
You mean like chemistry? You weren't the hugest social person.
No, I mean,
You were, I
I
mean, you've
guess
always been more closed off. Not really closed off, but
I'm a people watcher, dude. I don't feel the need to go walk up to somebody. I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel the thing about me is I try my best to make a really good first impression, but I don't do it that often because I don't care. I don't really.
It's
I'm
not a
comfortable.
necessity.
I'm comfortable with what I have. I don't really. I don't need to know new people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. That's another thing I need to change, because that would help my my social engineering, and it would also allow me to meet new people and possibly make new friends. But that gets very complicated, and there's a lot that you know
There's a lot of effort that goes
there's
towards
a,
it.
there's a lot of effort and there's a lot of necessary. And when I say necessary, I mean necessary. When you have new friends, there's a lot of necessary stuff you have to do. Where like shit, like I don't know, it's just different.
Like in
If I went
terms
out,
of, sorry, what?
like if I went out right now and tried to find a new friend, you know how long it would take for me to get to the point where I could like comfortably sit down and have a conversation with them. It's just I feel like it's weird because I'm so like socially awkward. I would don't get me wrong, I would be able to do it super easily because I could change my personality to be what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like for example, for me to get a friend to the point where me and you are at, you know how long that would take me?
They'd have to play
Just
a good couple of thousand hours in Ark to be able to get to
just
where we're at.
just for the fact that I don't like after some of that shit happened, I don't really like I don't trust people. So it's like I don't know. It's like it's weird. It's like that situation made me numb, if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like I'm not really sad about it. I'm not really happy about it either. You know, I don't feel anything about it. But it also changed my perspective of how I think about different things. If that makes sense.
Can you interpret a little more? Like, what do you mean specifics? Like an example, maybe.
So, for example, how would I put that example? Elaborate. Like, what do you mean specifics?
I don't know. I'm so jumbled up. I'm thinking so many things. I'm just trying to get a grasp on everything at once, which is screwing me up more.
Like,
I know everything that I understand everything you're talking about and everything like that. But I don't know. I guess it's just me. Like you're talking about, like wanting to learn social. What were you calling it? Social
social engineering.
engineering.
It's basically social engineering is described as basically the manipulation of somebody else's brain into allowing yourself, you know, it's basically like opening up a back door into finding out who somebody is and why they do the stuff they do.
Mm-hmm. You should learn. Another cool thing is body language cues.
Oh yeah, no, that's
That
already.
shit's fun.
I'm not gonna say I know body language, but like I told you, I was very, very, very independent and introverted. So body language is one of those things. I can I can point out across the room what is going on, and I'm pretty decent at it because me and my dad when I was younger, that's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
We'd walk around the grocery store and we would point out what was going on and what we thought was going on, and then we would walk up to that person and get just close enough and walk by and see what they were talking about, and we would guess if we were right or not.
Dude,
We
that's what I
literally-
do in school. That's why I would always ask random questions to new people I would meet.
Mhm.
Because that is the best way to get a really good first impression of that person is how are they going to respond. That tells you so many things about their personality in one question.
Yep.
Mm.
Alright, bud.
Now you got me like grinning the whole time. I'm thinking about like psychology type of stuff. It's all so
we got-
much fun.
We can talk about it more soon. I gotta go. I
I'm
gotta
sure
call
we
the
will.
girl. Alright, buddy. I'll see you later.
I'll talk to you Sunday, yes? Maybe sooner.
Maybe sooner. As far as Sunday, I'm not too sure. I mean, it's Mother's Day. There's a lot of shit going on, so I don't know.
Is it
Maybe.
Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Heck.
Yep. Okay, later, buddy.
Alright, get some sleep. I'll talk to you later.
I will. Bye bye.
See you later. Man, those are the conversations I live for. Right there. No one's probably ever gonna watch this VOD, so nobody will ever really think about anything like what we just talking about, but man. Too much truth. Man, now I can think about psychology stuff. Man, we just talked for like an hour and 20 minutes. Man, okay, well, so I'm just gonna state this after having that long conversation. For anybody who's possibly wondering and possibly cares, probably nobody does, but I am an INFP, if anybody was wondering. An INFP, Virgo Sun, Pisces Moon, man. So basically a chick, but a dude. According to stereotypes, at least. Man, that was such a good conversation. Man, we could do like an hour-long podcast every day, having to do with stuff like that, psychology and everything. But like for any of you out here, or listening, possibly watching, anything like that, say you're in an argument with someone. You're both, like it's not quite heated, like it's not quite screaming, yelling, but you're both passionate about what you're arguing about. The words that people use to articulate are used for a purpose. And whenever you see or hear somebody rephrasing anything, it's usually because they realized subconsciously that you didn't like that response. So they'll switch it to something that's less harsh. But whenever arguments like that are happening, that those raw first words, whatever they're using, is probably how they truly deep inside feel about what you're arguing about.
having arguments and discussions with your friends, family, stuff like that is how you really learn how they think and what goes on inside of their head. And it is so much fun to do. And once you learn their personality and stuff like that, then you can go into learning their body language. And it is not, in my opinion, the other way around. Because some, like, people, the crossing of the limbs, anything, legs, arms, can hint, emphasis on can hint on somebody not, feeling comfortable in the situation or feeling like they're pressured. Because those are both kind of defensive. Crossing your arms, you're covering up your body, you're defending yourself. Say you're sitting down, they cross their legs in between their chair or something like that. That's also them trying to sit there and defend themselves because they feel cornered. It's a fight or flight response. I don't know, but there you go. There's a little bit of something. For anybody who's watching this now or in the future. Psychology is a cool thing, and something, in my opinion, everybody should learn. At least a little bit. The bare bones is, I feel like, necessary. Psychology is fun. And if any of you are wondering, my buddy, Nacho friend, the person who's in the Discord call, actually, I'm not going to tell you his personality type. If you really care, you'll find out. Or just know. But I am very curious as to if it's changed. Just know the hint. He's the opposite of me, but also being an introvert. That's all you're getting. And if you know the kind of 16 generalized personality types and all of that, then you'll know what I mean by opposite of mine, but who is the killer? Oh, it's Clown. Zoom. Shit. Okay, he's still coming. Shit. Is he really leaving? Okay. Are you kidding? He grabbed somebody out of a locker. Okay, that's good though. Get a gen done, he'll go over there. We're all good.
If I hadn't gotten stuck in the house and I knew where I was going, I could have gotten out that window and not even taken a hit. But then I don't think I would have gotten... I would have ended up getting hit. You can sit on the hook for a while, so I'm gonna stay there. Why did that sound close? Does he have ruin? No. Okay. Let me see if I can... Okay, come on, come on, come on. No, don't. Whoa, I could have gotten you before stage 2. You idiot. Actually. Let's get you healed. I wanted to get her healed. I can take the hook. Now run away. You've gotten the heal. Do not waste it. Don't you dare. That's just freaky. I wonder why Kindred wasn't working before. Oh, yes. I am going up here. Just don't come over to this building. Okay, I think he's walking away. Really? She's dead already? Wow. Man, that's bad. I don't know if we're making it out of this then. Come on, I should be able to finish this. And then I'm running upstairs because he's probably going to be marching right over here. Right when I finish this. Yep. Shit, I might have messed up. Oh, there's no... Oh. Oh my goodness. Great. coming this way? No. Okay, okay, okay. At least it wasn't a pop. That would be bad. We'd have demolished this gen. I wonder what the last two gens are though. That's not good. Just checking this house. Please none of you go down. Because there's a gen done in there. So there's gotta be a gen. Great. He's back in this corner. That one's done. Oh, is it down in the basement in here? Oh no, it's right here. Let's just walk away. We have not healed at all this entire match, which is not good. And we do not have very many pallets left. That's not good. Yes, 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 yes. Just keep doing what you're doing. But don't run to this side of the map. And I should be able to finish this and we can get out. Yes. Nobody's hooked right now, so I am opening those damn gates. Okay. Hopefully the other two are on the other side. Oh, the other dude left. Through my exit gate. Aw. That's not good. Was he looking for Hatch? You should have checked that building behind you. I bet it's back there. Why aren't you looking around at all either? He saw you. Go. You could dead hard through him. Where are you running? And why aren't you looking behind you? You're so dead. That is... Slam that pallet in his face? Oh, you. definitely not get that. Had the perfect build. As overpowered as it can get. But she still died. Still a good match either way. Merciless Storm and Pop. Oh, he did have Pop? He's like, man, that was sad. And I'm like, man, that was funny. Whoops. He messed up in so many different ways. The combo of it all together, though, was pretty damn fun. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Man, it's not even midnight. Actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm back. I apologize that was a long time. But I hope you'll forgive me. Man, I'm getting tired. But I still plan on streaming until probably about 2 a.m.
Only if this matchmaking was as quick as it was last night. Last night was nuts. Being matchmaking for maybe 30, 40 seconds. I don't understand how. If all like the solo people play really late. Because last night's stream went, I think I started at around 4 a.m. and ended around 5. No, I ended around like
7, I think. I don't remember exactly. Okay, that wasn't too awful. wonder what type of people choose clown. Like, as the person that they're gonna unlock. Like, why would you... He doesn't even have that interesting of a power. Plus, he's kind of gross looking. Just thinking about last match. I couldn't tell if that was a clown skin either. It didn't look default. It looked different, but I'm not 100% sure. Grim Pantry. Oh, this is the swamp. You. Is there a gen in here somewhere? That'd be really cool if there was. Does not look like it. Can I see who the killer is? Nope. Okay, well, I'm gonna just start working then. Okay, that's a person. Oh. Ringu. He's running. Does that mean he's getting chased? No, but I might be very soon. Why is she so fast? Why is she so fast? Why is she moving so quick? Is she a quicker killer than normal? Oh. Why does she seem so damn fast? Look how quick she's moving. That seems so much faster than it's supposed to be. So she has trinatophobia. Come on, man, help me out. We got time since she's in chase right now. Okay, come on. The skill checks the skill checks are not hard to hit. And now she knows that we're healing here. You dingus. Okay, thank you. I don't want to use my bounce, but I'm going to. You stay there. I'll keep working on this one. Spring Burst. You wanna help out? Thanks, babe. What? Where? Is this really how this person's gonna play? I jumped. Okay, and she turned around. Man, why is she just gonna tunnel that one dude? That's kinda dumb. That's not good. Thank you. I should just kick that gen. If she's gonna patrol like that, I'm sorry, but we might just need to let him just sit there. Come on, man. He's so lame. She seems so ridiculously fast. Look at her. Oh great, I'm never getting out of here. This is such lame killer gameplay. But there's nothing I'm gonna do about it. This is how she wants to play. Go down here to check on me or something. I would much appreciate getting rescued. Please. Any time now would be wonderful. Move any slower, why don't you? Ah, great. And now I'm next. Gosh, dang it. And they all ran away. Please realize I'm at pallet. Man. 100% tunneling me. Or not. Thank you. Great, she's so gonna see us. Okay, she just kicked that gem. I'm coming. Oh, great. That's where she came from. So dumb. Oh, I didn't have fun. How did he not get discovered? What is this book? Why are you running? Did I not see something that you saw? Ah. What are you doing? Keep working on it. I definitely saw. I'm really curious to see what the hell her perks are. Why? Why hide in a locker? That does nothing for you. This is why we lost. Why has he got tight booty pants and slippers? You're a man. What are you doing? drop that pallet. That's GG. Calm spirit, reduce chance of alerting woodland creatures. Wasted a super good toolbox. Increases the invisibility duration. Condemned survivors spread condemned to other survivors. Ah. That still doesn't make sense how she runs so quick. Why was she so fast? I want to see if her movement speed is different. Okay, get out of my way. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Oh, her terror radius is smaller. Why? Whatever. That was stupid. I think I'm just gonna end it here. I'm ending it a lot earlier than I said I was going to. I'm tired. I'm gonna try and edit a video, something. So thank anybody who's watching this in the future. A subscribe, comment, like, anything is very much appreciated.